Season 2 of Halo is set to come out, and to a lot of people, that could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. A lot of people weren't very happy with Season 1, some of the changes, some of the creative direction they decided to go with it. I watched the full season. Christian, I know you didn't get a chance to watch it in its entirety. There's some things I liked from it. I don't think it was all bad. Like, if you hear some people talk about it, they will say there's nothing redeeming about it. I don't think that's true. But at the same time, with knowing that there is a season 2 coming out, are you going to be tuning in? Are you going to be catching up because of it?
I'm going to watch the first season. I will catch up. People have told me to just give it a chance.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really hoping that season 2 rights the wrongs of season 1. I will admit I have seen a lot of the battle scenes, and they are pretty cool. I like those a lot. But I just looked up the other stuff about the show, and it's just a huge turnoff for me. Of course, the first episode when he takes off the helmet, that's what made me stop watching the show. And then I hear that there's other things that get worse throughout, and I'll watch it, but I just really hope that it's redeeming.
See, when the show is in its strongest is those battle sequences you talk about. Like I said, some of the good redeeming qualities of it, like the battle sequences are dope. There's just not enough of them. And I think I understand why there's not enough of them. It's because they're expensive, and Paramount or whoever doesn't want to pay for more special effects. And that's tough because this is a series kind of where special effects go hand in hand with every level of production for it. It's an expensive series to make. So obviously Paramount wants to make back its nut that they invested into this series. So it makes sense that they want to go out there for season 2 because they want to continue the series into the future. They want it to be successful because really Paramount is in a position where they're like, you know what? We need to start driving subscriptions at a high level because all of our competitors, like Peacock with the NFL games, the NFL playoff games, has picked up tons of subscribers. Netflix, they just got a deal with the WWE, so they're going to be pulling up some subscribers too, even though they are raising prices. Hulu has live sports. Hulu's picked up a ton of subscribers, but then you have Paramount, and I have a Paramount subscription, but only because they gave it to me for $4.99 a month. They gave me a special deal. I was like, okay, screw it. I guess I can pay $4.99 for membership, just because I wanted to watch the South Park special and the playoff games on there. But I wasn't even thinking about the Halo series when I decided to agree to that subscription. I wonder if there's going to be a significant amount of people that subscribe to Paramount, or at bare minimum do a free trial on their 10th email to Paramount for specifically this Halo series, because that's what it's all about. You just need properties to pull people to your streaming service. Even if NBC Peacock didn't have the WWE deal that I'm talking about, Ted was a hit. Ted is pulling some subscribers right now. Ted was awesome. They have The Office still. There's a lot of people that still tune in to just go watch The Office or Parks and Rec. And again, I mentioned the NFL stuff. Paramount, it just doesn't feel like they have much. They had the South Park stuff, the new stuff for South Park, but I feel like there's other ways to go watch that stuff. So I don't know how many people got a new Paramount subscription because of it. With this Halo series, it does feel as though because they're very protective of it. You can't even put clips from Halo on your YouTube videos without them pulling down your YouTube video. So that tells you the level of protection they have on that series. They do keep it behind the paywall. So you can only watch Halo there. So will Halo fans tune in? What is your gauge on that? Do you think Halo fans, even if they were disappointed with the first season, will tune into the second season?
Well, I'm going based off of the comments that I saw on the second season trailer. And a lot of people have flat out said, I hated the first season, but this trailer slaps. I want to come back and see what the second season is about. Because the hype, they're hyping up a big event in the second season, which they need. And of
Mhm.
course, they show like the cool battle sequences. It seems like the CGI did get better in the season. It looks like they put in more money. So
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of the fans are going to tune in for the second season. Of course, there's diehard Halo fans that I don't think will. They're probably they've probably already written it off and act like it never happened. But
Yeah.
I do believe that Halo will get a resurgence off of this season for sure.
See, that's the one thing I would say is like I hope that there's not Halo fans that are rooting for this to fail, because if it fails, a lot of video game properties are going to fail moving forward. A lot of video game properties are never
Mhm,
really going to get their shot, because Halo was the series that if you're going to make a movie, you're going to make a TV
mhm,
series, this was the game to do, because it has such a rich lore. It has like all these different places you can go,
mhm,
and in many respects, we didn't really get to embrace any of that because
mhm,
they decided to go in different creative directions than we wanted to go as fans. Like, I'm not saying they had to necessarily take note what was in the video games, because even the video game story has some of its flaws. It's not a perfect series in
mhm,
some of the ways they do stories. A lot of their story writing in general can be considered by the numbers, right? Like in some ways,
mhm.
just like their hero journey. But like stuff I want to see moving forward, like I want to see the Arbiter, right? Like I want to see
Yeah.
the Arbiter
Oh,
from
yeah.
the game series eventually make his presence felt. I want to see like good old fights with these prophets and the Flood. I don't remember seeing the Flood in the first season, but if we could get the Flood's introduction, I don't know if that's the big thing that they're alluding to. That would be huge, because I mean, some of the best parts of the game series are like when the Flood gets involved.
Yeah, dude, those are like the hardest parts too.
Hold on. One second.
It's scary as fuck if you're playing it at night.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, dude, for
Oh,
sure.
that is creepy,
Yeah,
bro.
this second season, I really hope they take good care of it. And then also I think the writers, I'm not speaking on them, but maybe they've also have gotten more motivated to make it good
Well,
because of The
I
Last of
was
Us.
yeah, that would be true, right? Because The Last of Us was so strong since Halo came out. So a lot of people did that direct comparison. They're like, "Oh, Halo came out and not a lot of people liked it, but The Last of Us came out and The Last of Us was good and people really like that. So maybe we should be try to be more like The Last of Us than we were to like how we were in Halo season 1,
Mhm,
because yeah, like The Last of Us really again taking note for note, they really did just truly adapt the story from the video game, and
mhm,
it worked. Even if you played the video game, people still tuned in and were like curious to see what happens next, even if they knew what happened next. With Halo,
mhm,
I saw this quote come out like one point from one of the people writing it was like, "Oh, we kind of ignored the video game. I didn't even play the video game." Shit like that. That doesn't fly
yeah,
to me,
see,
man. Like, how can
it
you
doesn't
not
fly,
play the video
no.
game or be a fan of the video game that you're writing a show for, that you're in charge of creative decisions for? That's so stupid. It's malpractice. And honestly, if that should be like in the job interview, like the first fucking question they ask you, did you play the video game for, I don't know, the biggest video game series practically of all time, one of the top flagship video game series. We're
Mhm.
making it into a series. You better have played this thing. That's stupid to hire anyone that doesn't have some sort of reverence for the original content.
And then that kind of pisses me off because you have great directors like Neil Blomkamp and Peter Jackson that have legit played the games. They know the lore and they never got their chance when they wanted to do a Halo movie. But you have
Yeah.
these writers that flat out that like they're like kind of proud that they never played the game or even know anything about the game. Like they're proud of it. And it's like, dude, like you have
Yeah.
no idea how big this series
See,
is.
that's the problem, right? If you want to just write any bullshit space opera, whatever, go do that. You just don't need to be on the Halo writing team if that's the case.
Hmm.
You can go do your own thing. You could be on whatever failed Star Wars interpretation Disney's trying to shove out next. But don't be on Halo if you're not a fan of Halo.
Exactly. Halo, dude, Halo's like, it's Microsoft's baby right now. Like,
Yeah.
Halo is so protected that, like, and then also, was Microsoft disappointed by the show? I wonder why. I wonder why they didn't flat out say like, dude, you can't show this. This is bad.
Yeah. I mean, I feel as though it's like whenever you sign away certain rights, you accept they can do with what they please with the property, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe they have some sort of level of creative control, but for the most part, I imagine they give them free reign to do what they want because at the end of the day, Paramount gave them a buttload of money to do this. So,
Yeah,
given that,
they
like,
did.
it's like I paid for it. I can do whatever I want. If I want to put Master Chief in a dress, I can do that because it's my series.
Yeah,
If I
and then
want to have him
also
take off his mask a half dozen times, I can do that because it's my series. That part of what we didn't talk about this, but part of the unmasking thing I feel that is most disappointing is I feel as though you almost have to earn that in the games, but we didn't have to earn it in the series, right? Like
yes,
we just got it right away. It was just like a thing that just happened with all the Spartans, right? They're all unmasking left and right. But in the games, it's one of those things that was hidden till like when's the first time we saw Master Chief's face? Like the fourth Halo movie or Halo game.
I
It
still
was
don't
like
even remember seeing it.
and it wasn't even like you got to see his full face, him just walking around without his helmet. It was like you have to beat the game on legendary secret ending type thing, and you got to see like I think just like his eyes, like this part of his face, really.
Yeah, yeah, and then like you said, it wasn't earned. Even Disney did that right with the Mandalorian. Pedro
Yeah,
Pascal only takes off the helmet maybe twice, and that's it. And the first
yeah.
time was at the end of the first season, and I think the second time was at the end of the second season. You know what I mean?
And see, like again, the not earning thing is just bullshit and just was a mistake by them from the start. But also too, like let's say the actor like put in his contract that he had to like have his face shown or something like that, like before he signed the deal. Don't sign that actor. And I'm not saying anything against this Pablo guy. He did a good job. I was okay. I was happy with him for the most part. He had the build. He had a certain look to him that I felt like I could believe that's Master Chief, right? But
Hmm.
my issue is like, like Ryan Reynolds knew what he was signing up for with like Deadpool, right? He knew I'm going to wear the mask the majority of the time. And again, you mentioned Pedro Pascal, another great example. I'm going to wear the mask most of the time. If he didn't want to agree to that, if that was ever the original plan that like they wanted to keep him more masked throughout the series and he declined, then just find another actor. Like I'm not
Hmm.
saying that the series would have been made or broken with Pablo, whatever his last name is, as Master Chief. I'm sure you could have found another actor, honestly, to do the same thing. Like it's not like he had such a groundbreaking performance that he was irreplaceable as Master Chief. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that's
you could
part
easily
of the
do.
problem. He's not like iconic with the role yet. Like, and I feel
No.
like you should be iconic with the role if you're going to play such an iconic character.
Yes, yes, for sure. Because everyone knows about Master Chief.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about Pedro Pascal as Joel. Now he's Joel forever. Like a lot of people,
Hmm.
when they think of Joel in their mind, they're going to think of Pedro Pascal. Like when it comes to Master Chief, no one's thinking about this guy right now. He's just
Hmm.
like Ann Butt.
Another good example is Henry Cavill. Every
Yeah,
time people
yeah.
think of him, they think of Geralt of Rivia.
Hmm.
Like, so yeah, dude. I don't know. I really hope that season 2 brings a good resurgence to the show and possibly even the video games, because the video games, they dropped off a little bit, but now they're bringing the video games back up again, which is great to see,
Yeah.
because now Halo Infinite is great. I love playing that game now.
Yeah, no, I hope that they could kind of step up their game. Step up their
Yeah.
game in ways that they didn't in the first season. I don't know if they need to invest more money. I don't know if they need to invest more time in the writing room. Just bring in actual fans of the series. I don't think that that's that hard. I don't think that's that big of an ask. But
Mhm.
Paramount, like, I have a subscription already, thankfully, so I don't have to make a new subscription for Paramount. But hopefully you at least have one person that will be tuning in. Hopefully you get more. Hopefully it's good.
Mhm.
And if it's not good, I think this might go down truly as one of the greatest fuck ups of all time.
It'll be
But
really bad, dude. Really
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Guys, season 2, Halo, let us know in the comments section. Are you ready to watch? Like, will you be tuning in? Where did season 1 go wrong, and how can they fix it in your minds? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on our social medias. From Juju and Cristian, we'll see you next time.